to stop, and then the next part of the process, the next part of the technique is using a leader, which is the monofilament line. That's the thing that's hard to see. And those leaders can be anywhere from, well, I don't know, 6 to 10, 12 feet. And you tie those on, that's where you tie your fly on. So you've got the fly line, you've got the rod, you've got the reel, you've got the fly line, and then you've got a leader. And then also you can get real fancy and put something on the end of it towards the fly that's called a tippet. And they make that, what you do with that is make the tippet even smaller monofilament, so that if you've got, for trout, or you get something that is very, very picky and they can see the monofilament line, you can go to a thinner monofilament so they can't see the line very well if you need to go to that. Some fish you need to do that. Now if you're throwing it on the farm ponds or the ponds around here for largemouths, you can get by with a pretty thick leader, and because the largemouths, they don't care. You know, they're gonna strike it anyway. So any questions about fly rods or reels? Reels, you can spend, in my opinion, you can spend too much money on a reel. For most of the time, it's basically to hold the fly line. And now, if you're going down in salt water and you're fishing down there, and you have to actually use the action of the fly rod of the reel itself, then you have to invest a bit more, and you have to have something that really works a lot better. You can have drag on it and all that kind of thing. But for most cases, you're bringing in a fish hand over hand anyway, and it's really just to hold your fly line. Any questions about fly rods, or reels, or fly line, or leaders? Yeah. Yeah, the question was up in the driftless, how long of a rod? I tend to use a 10-foot 3-weight, so the fish are tend to be fairly small, 12 to 18 inches, and I like that light action. People use 4 to 5 weights rods, and also anywhere from 7 to 10 feet. Any other questions? Good question. 8 foot, 9 foot is a good size to go with, I think, to start with on a rod. Yeah, and probably a 5 weight, kind of like this rod here. Very similar. This is 9 foot. This is a 9 foot 5 weight. Again, yeah, you don't have to break the bank to get into the sport. You can start really simply and get a fairly inexpensive rod, and then go from there. Yeah, the reels have drags also. They're more sophisticated now, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let me think about that.
The older ones, some of them had a palm reel where you can automatically bring them in.
Yeah.
I mean, for like most trout, you don't really need much of a drag. You're probably bringing them in.
Good questions. Other questions? Okay. Any other questions on the fly rods or reels or line or leaders? And then, like I say, if you're around here and you're on a farm pond or whatever, you can get as simple as a bag, gear, a few flies, and go out with your fly rod and catch largemouths and bluegills, and those will hit the surface especially. They'll hit hoppers, they'll hit frogs on the surface, artificial frogs, and you can go as simple as that. If you want to get more sophisticated, then wear a vest. Put all your equipment in there. Don't make it too heavy if you fall in the creek. There's internet. Go up as much as you want to go. This is a real nice one, and it's got all kinds of gear and things to tie onto. One of the keys that we always have with us are the hemostats, and these are absolutely essential to hold on to the fly.